can we all take a moment to go back and remember this man? Remember the life that he led, the message that he left with us all. Because truly, there's something that you must remember about Gandhi that perhaps no other person in history has ever been able to emulate. He was neither a president nor a prime minister. He was not a general. He held no political position. He was not a businessman. He had no wealth. He walked around in a loincloth. No power, no position, no prestige. He was a simple man, but when he spoke, millions of people listened. And when he died, and by word of mouth, 1 million people came to see his funeral. That is the impact of the man. A message that's a gift of a man who lived a life that changed history forever. The future depends on what we do in the present. I simply call it living in the now. Easier to phrase, but the same message. Live right now, in this instant. This instant is all that you have that can change your future. And he said it so beautifully. Very simply, the future depends on what we do in the present. Your future depends on what you do right now. So stop holding your hand out and asking people to read your palm. Stop asking to read your future, because when somebody is looking and trying to read your future, you cannot close your palm, put to work, and make your future yourself. So that is your choice. Do you go around life going like this, or do what he did, which is to close your hands and go to work? The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Serve mankind. Serve mankind. Serve him in everyone that you see. Are you with me? Lose yourself in service, and you will find your way to leadership. Serve to lead, and you will lead to serve. Are you with me? But what you do for others, that makes you truly a rich man. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. His will drove 300 million people. His will still continues to drive people across the world. His will drove mankind. And there is nothing as powerful as will. Are you with me? And it is will that changes the world. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. When you're very happy, you're surrounded. When you're successful, you're surrounded. You know? But when you are miserable, and when you're broke, and when you're down, you're alone. But let me tell you one thing. That's the time where your path to victory begins. And that's all he did. He stood alone. When people laughed at him, he was alone. When he talked about his dreams, he was alone. When he fought, he was alone. And when he was alone in jail, his message is, there is no prison in the world that can hold me. That the only real prison in life that we all have is this right here. This is the prison that we must all break free. This is the prison that we must leave. Are you with me? If you're going to change the world, if you're going to be different, if you're going to be mad, then the first place to start is break free from here, this prison, because this prison is the worst one of all. Don't let them steal your dreams. Don't let them dictate your life. You can choose to lead others, or you can choose to be led by others. But to lead, more often than not, you have to be alone. You want to be led, join the crowd. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Which simply means live today as if it is your last day. Maximize it, treasure it. Are you with me? Live every second so that it counts, because today is the only thing you have. But plan as if you're going to live for 100 years. And that is where you need to live. Between living for one day as if it is your last and planning for 100 years. Again, from the words of the Mahatma. So if you're going to dream, the first thing you have to remember, conquer yourself. Then your dreams become true. Change who you are, and the world will change. And as he says, what you think, you become. So start thinking. Start believing. Start living. Start breathing your dreams. Are you with me? No one can stop you but you, is simply what that means. No one can stop you but